Hi, I'm Ray Fernandez from Bridge Marina, and we're going to be doing some frequently asked questions here. Remember that as Bridge Marina, we're here to try to help you figure out the best boating experience for you and your family, whether that be from a training perspective, a boat rental, a boat club, boat ownership, and keeping your boat someplace. So we have a bunch of questions here that often get asked of us, and we're going to answer them for you here today. So one of the big mistakes they make is buying the wrong boat. They have the wrong alignment with what they need and what they want. So they go buy what they want, but it doesn't fit their needs. So it's really important to understand what your true desires are for that boat, and then buy a boat that matches that. Another big mistake we see is folks buy more on a budget than buy what they need. And so they'll forego having the right power or having the right space or having the right accessories. And then that boat doesn't really match their desires or their dreams, and they end up not liking it and needing to get out of it. And getting out of that boat can be more costly than buying the right boat in the first place. We find folks may go buy a boat based on price or based on what someone tells them rather than the true boat itself. So it's important to have somebody that's helping you with buying that boat, that's asking you the questions and then delivering on your answers, and not just telling you what they happen to have. Another big mistake folks make when they're buying the boat is they happen to buy a brand that they know. They may know this brand or have seen this brand, and then they think that's the brand they need to buy. And it doesn't matter whether that brand actually suits their needs. They just want to buy the brand, and that's not important. Make sure you buy the right boat. One of the big mistakes folks make is they buy a boat based on what a friend suggested. A friend has a boat and he likes it because of one reason. It's not going to be the same reason you're going to like a boat. Make sure you really delve into what you want to do with that boat and buy it for your needs, not your friend's needs. A very common mistake we see when folks are buying a boat is they don't buy enough horsepower, enough power for the boat. This tends to come from they spoke to some other salesperson or something of that nature, and they were able to get the boat at a budget they wanted because they lowered the horsepower. I've never heard anyone come in and say they bought too much horsepower. It's always they bought too little. So don't make the mistake of buying a lesser horsepower boat because it fit in a budget. You will never complain about having enough horsepower. Another common mistake folks make when they go to buy a boat is they don't understand all the different costs and or services that go along with buying a boat. Very often they'll get into it and think they're going to buy a boat and they're going to maintain it themselves, drag it to and from their house and park it in their driveway. But as life sets in, they don't have the time for that. And or they didn't budget for someone else to do that. Or they didn't realize they didn't have the parking space at their house or a big enough car. Make sure when you get into boating, you're considering everything about owning a boat, which means who's going to take care of it? Where are you going to dock it, or where are you going to park it in the off season? How are you going to move it around, or are you going to have somebody else moving around? And very often, potential boat buyers sort of bite off more than they can chew, and they assume they're going to do all that work, and they don't have that kind of time in life to do that, and then the boat becomes a burden. One of the major things will be engine size or horsepower. A difference in 50 horsepower, depending on the motor and or boat, could be a significant change. Sometimes that's necessary in order to push the boat correctly. Sometimes it can be excessive, but horsepower plays a big part. The actual boat quality plays a huge part. There are higher quality boats and lesser quality boats, and the bridge between can be pretty significant. So make sure you understand the quality of the boat that you're buying and buy one that suits. When you get to certain boats like pontoon boats, whether it is a triple tune or a double tune can make a huge difference in cost. And it also plays out a huge difference in how that boat operates. So make sure you're buying the boat that suits you. Very common for somebody to come in with a double tune and wanted the performance of a triple tune and didn't realize that they bought the wrong boat, and that becomes a big problem. Another big cost difference when you're buying a boat is age. If you're buying a pre-owned boat, there can be a huge cost difference between just a few model years that change from something you can afford to something you can't. So pay a lot of attention to the model year when you're buying something. Very often someone will come in and compare a boat that's 10 years difference in age, and they'll shoot for the older boat because it might be less expensive, not understanding that 10 years of age could be a huge maintenance issue for them, which thereby increases the overall cost of the boat and makes it the same price or cost as that newer boat. So make sure you pay a lot of attention to age of a boat when you're buying. Another huge cost difference when buying a boat is maintenance. And this could be inboard outboard maintenance versus outboard maintenance, saltwater maintenance versus lake maintenance or freshwater maintenance. It's a big differential, and it's something that you won't see necessarily when you buy that boat, but you'll understand it later on. Newer boats should have much less maintenance. Outboards probably be about the same as inboards unless perhaps you're in a saltwater environment. There's going to be different maintenance issues that are going to come back later that makes the overall cost of ownership higher or lower. This is something you want to talk about up front and understand. And of course, always be aware that you need to buy a boat that suits what you really want to do on the water, that suits your lifestyle, and then factor in how that maintenance or ongoing cost is going to affect that. You don't want to buy a boat that's going to have no maintenance but not fit what you want to do. And you don't want to buy a boat that's tons of maintenance that then deters you from owning the boat. As a marina, we own and operate a fleet of boats and all the equipment that boat club members like you just come in and use. You join the boat club, we provide you training so you're comfortable and safe on the boats. You then have a reservation system so you can reserve the boat. You show up, you use the boat, our staff helps you, you go out, have a wonderful time, you bring it back, and we take care of the boat. So why would someone want to join the boating club in the off season? Why wouldn't you? When you join in the off season, it gives you an opportunity to get through all your certification, training, everything before the season starts so you're ready to go when we put the boats in the water. It also assures your place in the club. The club does have limited access and there are a limited amount of members we can serve. So when you join in the off season, you secure your spot for the next year. What kind of boats are in the boating club? We have a variety of boats in our boating club. We've chosen them to suit what our customers are looking for, what our members are seeking. So we have triple pontoons, and these are high performance triple pontoons that you can go take out and do water sports, cruise around the lake. These are not your grandparents' pontoon boats. We also have a lot of bow riders, and these can vary from 18 feet to 27 feet. And the idea of these are to allow you to go out and do a multitude of things, whether it's fishing or cruising or anchoring or doing water sports with your friends and family. And then the final type of boat is fishing boats, where these are pretty hardcore machines if you want to go out and do some fishing with your family, but they're also very plush that everyone can be comfortable on these boats. So the boating club boats are a variety of boats that really suit just about every need you might find when you want to go out on the lake or go out in the bay. One of the biggest questions we get is, how do I know I'm going to get a boat when I'm in the boating club? And it really comes down to you. We have an online reservation system that's just for our boat club members. You have access to that 24/7, and you go in there and you pick the day, you pick the time, and you pick the boat, any one of them. And once you've made that reservation, that boat on that day and time is your boat. Now you just come out and use it. So I'd say the number one way to make sure you'll get a boat is make sure you use our reservation system. So what factors make the boating club a better choice for you than just going and renting a boat? I'd say some of the biggest factors are, what are you looking for from the experience? How much do you want a boat, and what kind of boats do you want to go on? The boating club is very much like owning a boat. It's rather unlimited. The boats that we use are great, robust boats that you might buy for yourself. There's no limitation of horsepower or speed or anything, where a boat rental would have limitations on it. When you're in the boating club, you're treated like a member of our marina, because you are. And as such, you're getting that one-on-one relationship with our dockhands, with our marina staff, and that boat feels like it's your own. So when you join the boating club, it's more like you're going to own a boat and get that ownership experience, but you don't have any of the hassles with ownership. And it's not like renting, where you're just coming out a couple times a year and using a boat within some really strict confines. On the boating club, as an example, you'll come out and you use that boat and you can stay after hours if you've been approved for such. You can go do water sports off it. You can go fishing. You can do all three in a day. It really is like you're owning it. So it's a much more engaging and deep relationship with boating when you join the boating club. So what makes the boating club better than owning a boat? The boating club makes it better because it's so much more carefree. There's really no concerns. It makes it so you just go enjoy the boat. It's really an easy way to get on the water. In the boating club, you don't have to worry about any of the ownership commitments, any of the ownership work. You're getting access to a bunch of different boats where you just go on and enjoy the water. The boating club allows us to literally just deliver you the boating experience without anything else tied to it. For Bridge Marina boat rentals, we use triple pontoon boats made by Starcraft. These are robust, high-performance pontoon boats with significant engines on them to make them much like a boat you might go buy or use in a boat club. They are a little bit tuned down to make them super safe for you. They do have all the safety equipment on them you're going to need. They are current, up-to-date, high-performance luxury boats with Bluetooth stereos, VHF radios, really plush seating, all the safety equipment. These are wonderful boats for you and your family to use. what do I do when I come out and rent a boat? Well, a big reminder is being on the water and renting a boat is a wonderful experience in and of itself. Just go out and relax and enjoy yourself. This is an opportunity to get away from the common day world and go relax on the water. However, when you're out there, one of the best things is cruise around and take in the scenery. Very often our boat rentals just go and enjoy and drive around the water body to see what's out there. Often you'll stop, anchor, go swimming, maybe go up to a sandbar. A lot of folks bring a fishing pole with them and they'll put a pole in the water and try to catch some fish. Very often folks, while they're out in the water, will stop at a waterfront restaurant, pull in and do some dock and dine and grab something to eat, or they'll bring a picnic with them and just anchor someplace and enjoy themselves. There's tons to do on the water when you come and rent from us, and then when you get back, there's tons to do around us. So a lot of things to do when you come out and rent a boat from Bridge Marina, but the best thing is slow down and enjoy your time on the water. So how are our boat rentals different than others? The number one thing would be come down and look at them. We so often get folks that come in and can't believe that this is a rental boat. We utilize really nice new equipment and we take wonderful care of it. So the biggest difference is our boats. You'll see they're just amazing vessels for you and your family. I'd say the other great thing that we do is folks love our team and we love our guests. You're gonna find that folks at our marina treat you better than just about anywhere else. You're gonna see the training that we provide you when you come and rent the boat is really top notch. So the big things we do different is way better boats, way better team members to serve you when you come to Bridge Marina. You won't find it anywhere else. So these were some of the questions that we generally receive, but you may have questions of your own. And if you do, please feel free to reach out to us at bridgemarina.com or call our office at 973-663-1976, and we are glad to answer any questions you may have. We look forward to getting you on the water.